like the Shabbat bride just entered into here. That was wonderful. So let's take a nice deep breath. Let's really center ourselves. We're going to breathe in everything from this week that we want to hold on to. Think about moments with such beautiful weather, all the different interactions we might have had this week, all the places we were, or maybe weren't at all. And then we're going to breathe out all that stuff, all that fog and mist and ugliness that we encounter in the everyday, and we'll come fully into Shabbat. Okay, ready? You can feel that, right? It feels like Shabbat has entered. So I think that Bruce isn't here tonight, so I think that we don't have a welcome. Okay.
Whoa.
How do we like that? All right, so...
You get to do a double welcome.
A double welcome. I should say, Cantor, you had a loss tonight in your household, so we're going to help support her bird Paquita, if we could surround her with love. She was a wonderful bird.
She was very much a part of, very much a part of the pandemic, because all of our services were done from my living room, and she loved to sing, especially when I start playing the ukulele. So she was part of almost every service for during the pandemic. Very smart bird. I'm going to miss her dearly, dearly.
Yeah, and I think she's kind of belongs a little to the congregation because she's been part of so many services as well, right? I wish we had some birds here. That would be wonderful.
Oh, that would be sweet.
So we are going to do an opening song, Hine Ma Tov, and we're so blessed to have Ken here. Wave to everyone, Ken. We're so really glad to have him here.
Page 128.
Wonderful it is for us to be together. And we have a very special little guest the very first time that they are in our services, which is little Aurora. Aurora, raise your hand. Sorry, she can't do it. Aurora is here to have officially be given her Hebrew name. So we're going to invite Colton and Shiri, as well as the rest of the family that's over here. They have multi-generations, I think grandparents and great-grandparents and aunts, all of that wonderful extended family. This is a very special occasion as well, because Shiri also grew up in this community. Why don't you come up here if that's possible? Is that just because we have microphones here? So what we're going to do is we are officially going to give Aurora her Hebrew name. And I should say, by the way, Aurora Freya? Freya. Aurora Freya. So everyone say hello to Aurora. Aurora Freya. So.
My father's watching.
Dan tells the great grandfather is watching from Los Angeles. That's wonderful. What's his name again? Let's say hello to Paul. Paul, welcome, and all the rest of the Kester and Colton, Kester and Rogers clan. Okay, so we're going to have you read a number of readings, and this is really symbolically to show how joyous this is occasion to welcome Aurora, Freya into your families. Okay, so first our parents.
Accepting our responsibility as parents, we welcome Aurora Freya into our home and family. We thank God for this gift of a new life, which fills our hearts with joy and our spirits with the sense of immortality. As she is a blessing to us, we pray that we will always be a blessing to her.
Amen. Now we're going to have the grandparents, great-grandparents, if you want to come on. We have on both sides.
Stand here and we read this middle. Our life too is enriched by the addition of Aurora Freya to our family. She is part of our own fulfillment as well. Promising to love her and share our future with her, we take her into our hearts.
And now the entire extended family. We got some aunts here. Okay. On your mark, get set.
Extend your shelter over Aurora Freya and give her love, health, and understanding. May she grow and live to become a blessing to her family, the Jewish people, and all of humanity.
Well, Aurora, it is wonderful, Aurora Freya, it's wonderful to have you here. What a cutie you are. Your family is all gathered both here and then also virtually to celebrate you, because you matter not only to Sherry and Colton and to the extended family, but to a lot of people. You have a big team. And today we're going to kind of bless you. You won't remember this, but years from now you can come into the Shir Shalom Sanctuary and say, you know what, I had my baby here. I think I remember. So let me tell you a little bit about Aurora Freya's name. So first of all, this is really, really cool. They actually, Colton and Sherry, were very, very thoughtful in how they picked her name. First of all, because they fell in love in East Aurora. East Aurora. That wouldn't make any sense at all. So Amherst, that would be the wrong name. And also because Colton, your family has some deep roots with your great-grandparents, a farm in Aurora, on Aurora Road. And then lastly, they had their honeymoon in Iceland, which is famous for the Aurora Borealis. So that's really, really cool. I've never had someone named after a place that way, and that's just wonderful. Freya is a Nordic name, which is connecting to Sherry's Scandinavian roots, the Scandinavian roots in her family. Her Hebrew name is now going to be Shoshana. And Shoshana was Aurora's great-grandmother's Hebrew name, Suzanne Kester, a Holocaust survivor who they wanted to honor. She passed away in 2018 and never got to meet her great-granddaughter. Wonderful. We have, just before I forget, first of all, we have a certificate to mark this day. And that'll be a keepsake including the Hebrew name. And it says, may she grow to embody the virtues of our people of life, of learning, love, and righteous deed. And through our women of Shir Shalom, we have, I got named a congregation Shir Shalom. And I think it's a little onesie. So what we're going to do is we're going to have you gather here in the middle, and Cantor and I are going to offer the priestly blessing to you. And it's tradition, this is a tradition both in Christian and Jewish households. What we're going to do is, if you want to put your hands on them, You could be on Aurora, or it could be on someone else in the family. And but why don't we everyone rise and we'll bless together. And anyone who wants to try to offer the priestly part, you'll have to put down your prayer book for that. It's with your fingers, but we have a number of priests in our midst. May God bless you and watch over you. May God shine God's light upon you and grant you comfort. God lift God's face to you and grant you and all of us peace. And I want all the immediate family to think about one word you want to bless baby Aurora Freya with, Shoshana. Think of one word you want to say to her. Anything. And you can call out too. Call out to love. Come on. Take it all in, Aurora Freya. And strength to her parents as well. We're going to invite the whole family down over here to light our candles. So just be careful on the way down. And the candle lighting blessing is on page 120. Mazel tov. You may be seated. So hopefully the matches work. And if one of you could light the candles, anyone in the family can do that. Thank you, Ganella. Colton, we'd love for you to do it. Thank you. I got to be at Shearing Colton's wedding. It was so beautiful. I'm so happy for them. Amen. And if someone could lift up our Kiddush cup, and Cantor's going to lead us in Kiddush. Page 123. Don't drink yet.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, borei bria gafen. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu, v'shabbat kodsho be'ava uvratzon inchilanu, zikaron lemaseh bereshit, ki hu yom tekilah lemikra kodesh, zecher siyat Mitzrayim, kivanu v'charta v'yotanu kidashta mikol ha'amim v'shabbat kodshecha v'ahava uv'ratzon hinchaltanu. Baruch atah Adonai mekadesh hashabbat.
It is so joyous to be able to do these life cycle events here within our community, and it really adds to the whole community. So thank you for opening up your family to us and giving us a little window, a little nachas, a little this joy that floods into our life as well. And you guys can be seated. We'll let Aurora Freya off the hook at this point. We are now ready to welcome Shabbat in officially with Lecha Dodi. We're going to turn to page 138 and 139. Some of you are newcomers to our service. It does open the other way around. You probably figured that out. There is transliteration for everything we do. And we are going to be doing this special prayer where we welcome in the Shabbat bride. We'll be doing the first, second, third, and ninth verses. On the ninth verse, we rise, face the doorway over there as we symbolically welcome Shabbat into the room. We'll bow to her, and then we welcome each other by waving to one another around the room. So again, page 138. remain standing for our call of prayer of community, page 146. Look around at the spectacular group we have here tonight. This group will never be assembled in this same way again, and each and every one of you is important to making this community. So honestly, look around at each other. It is wonderful to be together. It really makes a big difference in all of our lives. So again, page 146, the Barchu. Let's read together in the English, page 149 in the middle. This is an hour of change. Within it we stand uncertain on the border of light. Shall we draw back or cross over? Where shall our hearts turn? Shall we draw back, my brother, my sister, or cross over? This is the hour of change, and within it we stand quietly on the border of light. What lies before us? Shall we draw back, my brother, my sister, or cross over? Baruch atah Adonai hama'ariv haravim. I love that prayer. It says that we are the root for Jew is crossing over. And the root for evening, Erev, is the same letters. So entering the night is like crossing over into a new world. And that's what we do together. Page 150, Ahavat Olam. We sing in love of God and love of the world.
Ahavat Olam Beit Yisrael Amcha Avta Tarahu Mitzvot Chukim U'Mishpatim Atanu Limadetam Al Ken Adonai Eloheinu Eshachveinu U'Mekomeinu Nasiach B'chukecha V'nisma B'divrei Toratecha U'B'mitzvotecha Le'olam va'ed Ki הם חיינו ואורך ימינו והם נגן יומם ולילה באהבתך התשים ממנו לעולמים ברוך אתה אדוני אוהב עמו ישראל.
Page 152.
שמע Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Shenkevod Malchuto, Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch Shenkevod Malchuto, Le'olam Va'ed. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad.
You may be seated. We turn on page 154 to the Via Hafta, and Cantor Frank will lead us.
Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha b'chol levavecha u'v'chol nafshecha u'v'chol me'otecha ve'hayu hadavarim ha'ele asher Anohi v'tzavecha hayom levavecha v'shinantam levanecha v'dibartam b'shivtecha b'veitecha u'v'lechtecha v'derech u'v'shoftecha u'v'kumecha u'kshartam le'ol hayadecha ve'hayu letotavot bein einecha u'chtaptam hamezuzot betecha u'visharecha leman tizkeru v'asitem et kol mitzvotai v'yitem kiddushim l'Elohechem Ani Adonai Elohechem Asher Hotzeiti etchem me'eretz Mitzrayim liot lachem l'Elohim Ani Adonai Elohechem.
Page 159, let's read together in the English. Sing the song of men and women joined in understanding and respect, the song of God's miracles, an earth protected and cherished, a gift for our children and the generations to come, the song of a land once ravished by war, now quiet and content, her soldiers home to leave no more, the song of a world redeemed, the song of peace. At top of page 158, Mi Chamocha, the song of the sea, crossing from slavery into freedom.
Mi kamal kapai li Adonai, mi kamal kanet amakonet, norate hilo do sefele, norate hilo do sefele. Malekut el karo onecha, but
for it.
No, it's okay. I thought you would pause. You were
This is what
waiting for
happens.
that.
We've been working together so long. We just.
All right, you know what, I'll throw it in there.
All right. Well,
כי ודעת אדוני את יעקב, וגאלו מיד חזק ממנו, ברוך אתה אדוני, גאל ישראל.
blessed are you, God, who redeems us in times of trouble. Let's turn to page 162 at the bottom. Yismechu, and this one it requires clapping.
ישמחו במלכותך, שמרי, שמרי, שמרי שבת וקורא עונג שבת. ישמחו במלכותך, שמרי, שמרי, שמרי שבת וקורא עונג שבת. מקדשי שבי שבת, כולם יספקו ויתענגו מתוך השבת. שבת
ישמחו במלכותך, שומרי, שומרי, שומרי שבת וקורא עונג שבת.
ישמחו במלכותך, שמרי, שמרי, שמרי שבת וקורא עונג שבת. והשיר רצית בו וקידשתו שבת. עמדת ימי אותו קראת שבת, שבת.
ישמחו במלכותך, שומרי, שומרי, שומרי שבת וקורא עונג שבת. ישמחו במלכותך, שומרי, שומרי, שומרי שבת וקורא עונג
שבת. זה כן למעשה וראשית שבת. זה כן למעשה וראשית שבת. Last time for everybody.
שומרי, שומרי, שומרי שבת וקורא עונג שבת. ישמחו במלכותך, שומרי, שומרי, שומרי שבת
וקורא עונג שבת.
We rise, if you're able, for the silent Amida, the silent meditation, starting on page 164 to page 180. Take time to either read the Hebrew or the English, or just your own private prayers, and whenever you're ready, you may be seated. continue on page 180 with a prayer for peace, Oseh Shalom. May the maker of peace help us make peace here amongst each other and in the world. We turn to our prayer of healing on page 371. In the middle of the page, the Misha Barak. I'm going to read a list from our congregation. If you ever have names that you want to offer, just call into our office. Nancy compiles our list and she'd be happy to. Also, we'd like to take names off, so if someone is better, call in. That's even greater news. That means the prayers worked, right? So I'm going to read our list of names, and afterwards I'll go around and just raise your hand if you have names you'd like to offer as well. Today, as a community, we are thinking of Adriel Oriema, Denise Balsam, Rebecca Baratot, Adam Bernard, Alan and Karen Cooper, Mark Ferber, Karen Ferentine, Gloria Fine, Sue Frank, Marianne Friedman, Carolyn and Ernie Grosser, Ken Kellick, Maya Ruth Corin Matlock, Charlotte Krebs, Emily Langdon, Carol Lieberman, Miles Levy, Fanny Markel, Aaron Nevler, Dwight Reed, Cheryl Rossi, Brandon Ryan, Diane Wabniak Chetier, Ed Smith, Jeffrey Smith, Gail Willig Smith, Norma Unher, Mike Wheeler, Frederick Winter, Hinda Sarah Bat Rachel, Shoshana Bat Liba, Chana Ezra Ben Shul, Chana Leah Bat Avram Basara, Leba Bat Rachel, Shoshana Bat Leib, and Yochanan Ben Raphael. If there's other names, just raise your hand.
Roberta Friedman, Marshall Friedman, and all the Israeli soldiers that have been injured in the last 3 months.
Tony Milano.
Sharon Walker and Tammy Elsix.
Amy Joseph. Luis Vida.
Sally Hunt. Roy Wilson, Nick Tuck. Marge Abelson. Alan Weinstein. Jordan Peterson. Cheryl Hockfield. Sherry Dwyer, Faith Dwyer, Megan Wickie, Heather Houston. Anna Cunningham, Serge Rizal.
Viva Chulamit and Scopan.
Aaron Schneider. Sonia Jackson.
George and Carol Roth.
Sheila Marie Long and Beth Peter. Judy Van Horn and Kate Kerman. Ashley Mullen and Marina Markey. Judy Goldstein.
Jill Klinger.
And we'll bring all those names into our hearts as we sing the Misha Barak again on page 371 in the middle.
Misha Barak.
a complete healing of body and soul. May our prayers go out to where they're needed, and may those in the room and outside the room feel the strength of not being alone and isolated, knowing that people are thinking of one another. And we say, Amen. Shabbat Shalom. So this is one of our most beloved services. We've been doing it almost since the beginning of Shir Shalom. I'm not exactly sure, Joanne might know, but it was at least in the first or second year of Shir Shalom. We thought, let's have some fun services, and we thought, let's do Team Shabbat. And Team Shabbat, of course, needs to be in the middle, right before the Super Bowl, as a way to prepare for the Super Bowl. And as the Super Bowl has moved from early February to mid-February, we've kind of shifted the date around. It's always been a kind of a special service that people could dress a little bit more casually. And it's also kind of a combining of two different worlds. We have two different religions in America. We have, religion like here, our religious places like Judaism, and we have our religious places like that field and orchard park. There is something which is about that fervor of being together, connected to one another, that actually is a very spiritual experience. And often when I'm at the deathbed or talking to people who are in the process of dying, it's the Bills that they're even rooting. We had one this week. They were rooting for the Bills, right? And it's so core to who we are. And it's also hard. Here we are. We've planned it for at least 10 years. And have the Bills made it to the Super Bowl yet? I see some the Eagles did win, but a little while back, and Baltimore did win, but a little while back. So it's been a while. It means there's a lot of disappointment. Part of being a sports fan, the Cardinals won not too long ago, but part of being a sports fan is there's kind of a disappointment. Only one team can win it all. Only one team can experience that. And that means the fans of all the other teams, we have disappointment. I had a conversation with someone today that we were talking about whether people were going to watch the Super Bowl. And he said, I'm done with that. Too much disappointment. And that can definitely be a feeling. But I think we should think about sports as kind of a stand-in, those players, about how to live life. How to kind of push yourself to extremes, how to figure your way through, and also how to be disappointed. Unfortunately, a lot of life is being disappointed in our own lives, but also in our global lives as well. And perhaps there's no saying that really, epitomizes the journey the Bills or many other sports teams go through than a saying that's in the Ethics of Our Fathers, the Pirkei Avot. And I'm going to tell you the page it's on, page 645. This saying by Rabbi Tarfon in the second chapter of Pirkei Avot. Pirkei Avot is often called the Ethics of Our Fathers. It's basically an ancient teaching manual. So if you were in classrooms 2,000 years ago, this might be actually the different sayings that were passed down. And there's some wonderful sayings throughout the 5 chapters of the collection, but this is one of my favorites, and I often quote it. Here it is, Lo alecha hamlacha ligmor. It's on 645, the second saying. Velo ata ben chorin lehivatel mimeno. It is not your duty to complete the work, neither are you free to desist from it. Right? You have to, it's not your obligation to make it to the Super Bowl or to finish anything, but you still have to try. And that's a really hard thing, but we're going to try. And I was thinking about that because while we have our sports heroes, both Cantor and I are stand-ins for Josh Allen here, and those players that really push themselves, that we admire, maybe we admire their character as well, they give us strength. They really provide so much to the community, and they take a lot of those burden, and I really admire those types of players and also actors and anyone out there in the spotlight, because they're taking a lot of the burden for us, they're holding us up in this very, very important way. But of course, we have those types of leaders within our world itself too. There's people that are so important to the team, to our team, that they can never, ever be replaced. That what they bring is so special, so unique, that we look up to them. Maybe they're not on the global stage, but amongst their community, their chevra, their people, they are that important. And I've been thinking about one of those. I wrote about her in our Torah Thoughts, particularly now. I didn't know how impactful she was in my life. I'm talking about Cantor Susan Whaley. How many of you had a chance to meet Cantor Susan Whaley? Mm-hmm. She was a beloved member of our community, Cantor, not only of here, which was Temple Beth Am, but also of Temple Sinai. And she was one of those connectors. And I believe one of the reasons that our name ended up being, I think, even though that wasn't the ultimate reason why we became Shir Shalom, a song of peace, that we were named that, I felt the influence in that room that day of Cantor Whaley, that was for her that we did that. Because she was the cantor, she had a beautiful voice, she sang, but she was really the emotional center of not only the Temple Beth Am or Temple Sinai communities, really of the entire Jewish community. I didn't realize how important she was. Actually, I started thinking about it now. This is a really hard time we're living through. As Jews, after October 7th, there's not a day goes by that I don't have aches and pains and hurts and loss and anger and all the emotions. And that affects us here in our community, but it affects all of us. And as I thought about because we're about to have the 15th anniversary of her passing, she would be 70 years old this year. She's just about to turn 71. She died at 55 years old. So when that flight went down, I had only known her about 5 months. And when I came to the community, Cantor Whaley welcomed me here for the very first time that I was in services here at then Temple Beth Am. She was the one who said, "Come." She welcomed me to the team. She made me feel like I was important to the team. And I watched her. We taught together at Hebrew High. We led services together. We were out and about. And I didn't realize at the time because I just came, but our passions were very similar. We actually were chaplains together at Beechwood. And when I learned about her passing, we were arranging the schedule. When Karen called me from the office at Temple Sinai, I was arranging the schedule, and we were talking about Cantor Whaley because we were arranging how to lead services together over for the Beechwood Care community. She did so many things. She held up so much. She was the Josh Allen of our community. And since I was new to the community, I was here the day that we found out. Right after I was at Beechwood, I came here, and we helped this community, but the greater community heal. We had the memorial service filled from end to end here in the week after. And we sang, and her friends came in together, we mourned together, we cried. It was one of the hardest days and weeks of my life. And I had just met her, really, to see not only her loss, but 48 others that died in that horrific accident on that night, on Thursday night in February. And over the years, I realized I've kind of gone into some of her spaces. I didn't know it, but I guess I was called to be there in a certain way, to replace a little bit. I could never replace her. She really had such gravitas, and this was her community. She grew up here. This was her place. and she had so many connections. But I felt myself in those spaces, those interface spaces that she embraced, those communal spaces, those welcoming spaces. And I never really could ever add up to her. As much as, no matter how much energy, you never can replace that type of person. And I was thinking about it now, in this world after October 7th. That's when I realized I've been missing her so much. She would have been the person that would be out there. She would know what to do. People come to me sometimes for answers. Sometimes I know the answers. Sometimes I have no idea what to do. But I don't always have someone like that, someone who had a lifelong experience doing that type of thing. I don't know where she would have been here. Her heart would have been torn. One of her sons made Aliyah. Israel's very close to her, but her work in the Muslim and the Jewish community space was extremely important to her. I'm sure her heart would have been broken during this time, but she would have had wisdom. She would have had strength. When we think about those superstars, those people that can never be replaced, the people willing to hold up community, those people in our own lives, our relatives, our friends that do that, once they're gone, they're gone. We don't have those people anymore. We think about this lesson of Rabbi Tarfon. It's not our duty to complete the work, neither are we free to desist from it. I feel like that was what Susan did. I never realized, as soon as I got here, she was always in a rush from here to there. She was always running late. But it's because she had important work to do, and something in her knew she had limited time. And I think that that's what this saying is too. Keep pushing yourself, even though it's hard. Even though we don't always reach it to our end goal, keep pushing ourselves because that's what we need to do as human beings. So we'll keep having this service here every year. Maybe the Bills will make the Super Bowl. Maybe they won't. Maybe we'll watch it. Maybe we won't. Maybe all of our teams that we root for, we'll be disappointed in them. But it's the trying every year, the pushing that ball up the hill, because we need that strength for all of us in our lives. May her memory always be for a blessing. In Susan's honor, we're going to do a fight song for the Bills. Okay.
Song.
You guys know, right? Stand up for this. Come on. This is holy work.
Bills make me wanna shout. Put my heels up and shout. Throw my hands up and shout.
Shout!
Listen and shout. Who knows it really well? Anybody know it by heart? You know it by heart? Oh.
That's an Eagles fan. He knows Fly Eagles Fly.
No, who knows it really well? Who can help lead it? I thought I knew it,
All right,
and I realized I don't
start
remember
it. We'll do it together. We'll figure it.
All right, here we go. Bills make no.
Want to shout? Come and shout. Come and shout.
Come on now, make a way up in there.
And shout. Hey.
I thought I knew it. Shout.
We remain standing for Aleinu. Page 586, I need my friend Naomi to come up here to help me and look at her beautiful Bills jersey that she's got here. She's going to help to open our ark. Again, page 586. It's not enough for us just to pray. We need to go out and do good work in this world.
Shalom sanu higoye haratzot velo samanu kibishbechot adama shelo sam elkenu kohem b'kol aleinu b'kol hamonam v'anachnu korim u'mishtahavim modim לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא.
Page 591.
ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ היום ההוא היום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד ושמו
You may be seated. We're going to turn to Mourner's Cottage. Wonderful. We had some difficult losses recently. First of all, to Leslie Oken. We have her family here. She was a big Bills fan. That was the one I was alluding to. And maybe she'll have some influence up above to make sure that we do make the Super Bowl soon. We also lost Geraldine Cerns and Marlene Glickman, Marlene Glickman we lost recently, and she was a pillar of strength for our whole community. There was a beautiful write-up this week on Tuesday. If you haven't, we posted it on our Facebook as well. Of course, we'll say Pakita for your loss. On our Shloshim list from years past, we remember Ian, this is the last month, Ian David Cohen, Catherine Engelhart Ellis, Barry Gantz, Sam Golden, Lawrence Langer, Gavin Scott, and Betty Ann Umoff Joseph. On our yard site list from years past, we remember Ann Amron, Ruth Berger Cohen, Fanny Brown, Alan Cowan, Alan Crandall, Eric Duval, Martha Feldman, Harold Fink, Isidore Fox, Helen Glick, B. Goldberg, Dr. Alan L. Grossberg, Minnie Herman, Molly Jacoby, Henry E. Katz, Gloria Klein, Rose Kramer, Sharon Krebs, Clara Rosenstein Levy, Annette Lowinger, Julius Mandel, Frida Schwartz Mango, Ellen L. Markel, Louis Michnick, Jack Miller, Barbara Joyce Mandel, Margaret Moscato, Evelyn New, Lillian Zager Notarius, Benjamin Nosnitsky, Betty Pellis, Anna Pritikin, Abram Pugash, Gilda Rakin, Beatrice Rothstein, Howard J. Schoenfeld, Edward Seitz, Anna Sugarman, Richard J. Tucker Sr., Greta Wolf Ullman, and Robert Wisbaum. If there's other names, just raise your hand.
To all of the Israeli soldiers that have passed away in the war.
Thank you. And we also learned, as Joanne pointed out, 30 hostages at least, they're estimated, have died amongst the 130 still kept hostage. So those of you whose custom it is to rise, page 598, and we'll recite the prayer together. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei rabbah, v'yalma divrach hirutei, v'yamlik malchutei, v'chayechon v'yamechon v'chayei d'chol beit Yisrael, b'agalav v'zman kari v'yimru amen. Yehei shmei rabbah mevorach le'olam olmei almaya. Yitbarak v'yishtabak v'yitpa'ar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh v'yitadar v'yitalev v'yitalal shemei kudusha b'rechu le'la min kol bechata v'shirata tush bechata v'nechamata damiran v'yalma v'yimaru amen Yehi shlam rabba min shemaya v'chaim aleinu v'yal kol Yisrael v'yimaru amen Oseh shalom b'imromav Huya says shalom. Aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'al kol yoshvei tevel v'imur amen. May the one who creates harmony and high bring peace to us, to all Israel, and to all the world. And we say, Amen. You may be seated. Zikranam livracha. May their memories be for a blessing. I should mention that we didn't read Cantor Whaley's name yet because it's not the Hebrew anniversary. The English anniversary will be this Monday. I know there's often gatherings in Clarence to mark that occasion. Let's see, Joanne, who's doing announcements? Oh, okay, they're back. Julia and Chris, who before Bruce took over, used to be our announcers, and they are terrific announcers. They have a little shtick. Not to put it in
No, the shtick is gone.
the shtick is gone.
How many do we have here?
We thought there'd be 10 pages, but there are only 2.
Both sides, though.
Yeah,
So-
yeah.
So you
Okay.
do the first 19, and I'll do the ones after that.
Okay.
All right.
Well, Shabbat Shalom. We hope you enjoyed tonight's Team Spirit Shabbat. Go Bills! Next year.
Mazel tov to Shiri Kester and Colton Lee Rogers, along with Dan and Ganilla Kester, for tonight's naming of Aurora. Beautiful baby who we hope will spend as much time in the sanctuary here as her mother.
Her mother and her whole family. So, yeah. And Mazel tov to Hannah Cunningham and her family on her upcoming bat mitzvah tomorrow morning.
Thank you to our service greeters, Sheila Bernard Tucker and Rich Tucker, also helped out. We appreciate your help.
Oh yeah, Rich, you weren't on here, but we remember you. Okay. Thank you to Rabbi Alex, Cantor Frank, and Ken Kaufman for a lovely service in honor of Shabbat.
Torah study tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. in person at Temple Beth Tzedek, also available by Zoom. Bat mitzvah of Hannah Cunningham will be off-site.
There is a Purim Spiel rehearsal Sunday at 11:45 a.m. This year's spiel is the Megillah according to Barbie, written by Rabbi Alex, directed by Cantor Frank. It will be performed on Saturday, March 23rd at 7 p.m. with a pizza dinner beforehand and Humintashen, of course.
Does Barbie have a last name?
Barbie. It's
Barbie.
Barbie. Like
Barbie,
Ken
Barbie?
Ken, Barbie. I don't know.
It's kind of weird. Sunday.
Well, they're not just Barbie, they're Esther. Our Purim Spiel is Esther. We have a lot of Esthers.
Where are we? We lost place.
Yeah, hi Esther. We are here.
And Sunday,
Oh, wait. we need
the women of Shir Shalom have an outing at the Jewish Repertory Theater. We're going to see Kindertransport.
Ah.
You disappeared.
I was looking for a yad to keep our place, but I couldn't find one.
I used my finger here.
Oh, yeah, okay. So, okay. Rabbi Alex's class called Intro to Shir Shalom Friday Night Services will resume next Friday night at 6:30 p.m. before our Erev Shabbat service at 7 p.m. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Rabbi. Okay, I'm all set now. Where were we? 7 p.m. He's teaching the order of the service along with the meaning of different prayers. Everyone is welcome.
Next Friday is going to be very special. Our first cook-off since COVID. Anybody remember? It seems like such a long time ago. It's a dessert cook-off. You can make any kind of dessert you want. The winner will receive a gift card. The rest of us will enjoy the homemade treats at the Onig. So if you want to enter, please contact our VP of Membership, Tara Cross, as soon as possible. Get your recipes in so we can all enjoy the Onig.
Okay, page 2, we're almost there. All this month, our Tikkun Olam team is collecting non-perishable food and personal hygiene products for the Amherst Free. It's actually Amherst Little Free Pantry. If you've made a donation already this month, thank you. And if you haven't, there's still time. Collection bins are in the main entrance and in the entrance to the community religious school. And I know that they're filling up, so there's always room for more, though.
On Tuesday is the deadline to place your order for the hospice bouquet. Thanks to Jackie Block at the temple here to be part of the program again.
Yes, and so you have until Tuesday to get your orders in for that. There is pickleball open play on Monday and Thursday based on availability from 6:30 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. for Shir Shalom members and their friends. See you on our courts. I know Rabbi Alex likes to play, so you might end up playing with Rabbi Alex, and he's tough.
I think it's Monday and Wednesday this week.
Oh,
No,
this,
They changed it. They changed it back to Thursday because Buffalo Corner reading moved to Thursday.
Oh, yeah,
moved to
Thursday,
Wednesday?
right.
Oh, let's
Wednesday.
see.
That's gonna-
So Monday and Wednesday? Because that's
Oh,
on
no,
Thursday.
it's Thursday. Buffalo Corner is on Thursday?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the next
Okay,
one.
so
Want
then
to do
maybe,
that one, or you want me to do that one?
oh, sorry, I overstepped. You can do it.
Completely Zoom. Joanne told me we completely Zoom for Thursday.
Got it.
I don't know.
Oh, right,
Joanne?
right. Oh, yes, it is, by Zoom only. That's our next announcement. Buffalo Corner Reading Series is back on Thursday at 7 p.m., and this time it's via Zoom only. You're correct.
Thank you,
Right?
Ganilla.
So
Okay.
they could still play pickleball on Thursday. That's what I heard of pickleball on Monday, that they could still play pickleball on Thursday.
Okay,
So you can play pickleball while you're listening to the...
yeah,
Is it gonna be in here? It's completely on Zoom. I don't think it's from.
it is by Zoom only. Okay,
And
so,
that's an inspirational program led by our own Ganilla Kester.
is it my turn now? Okay.
You can keep
We're-
going.
Okay. Please check out our upcoming events in the service leaflet. We hope you will take it home for reference.
And now it's, the 10th Chi Club drawing is tonight. Yeah?
It is, and Chris
All
won
right,
last
I won
week.
last week.
Yay, yeah. Keep
Uh,
going.
And it's so much fun winning. Boy, go home with all that money. Oh.
Wrap it up. I always wanted to get Bruce to leave, but now I want us to leave, so let's keep going.
Okay, the drawings are every Erev Shabbat service until Purim. If you'd like to purchase more tickets at Shabbat, see Joanne in the temple office. Thank you for participating, and thanks to Sandy Seide for bringing this fun fundraiser to the temple.
3 left. Okay, if you need anything, oh, this is the best part. If you need anything, please feel free to reach out to Rabbi Alex, Cantor Frank, Todd, Joanne, or Bruce, not us. And Bruce, not this weekend.
Oh no, Bruce said he just welcomes calls at any time of the day or night.
Okay.
And especially on vacation.
And we have his cell phone number. So anyway, they're all here for you.
Are you hearing that, Bruce?
Okay.
So please join us for an Onik Shabbat, which is co-sponsored by the Cunningham family in honor of the bat mitzvah of Hannah Cunningham, and in memory of Eric Duval by Lori Duval Jackson and Scott Duval, and the Kester Rogers families in honor of the baby naming for Aurora Kester Rogers. Shabbat Shalom. Enjoy the Super Bowl.
That was mine.
Oh, sorry.
Now you have to pick. One of you has to pick.
Oh, so Chris, you get to pick since you won.
Oh, really?
Don't pick yourself.
Yeah.
Oh, you did. I won last time, so you pick.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Now we need the drum roll.
Drum roll, drum roll. Okay, for $18, Wiseman. And I saw Howard was here. Oh, and Karen. So that's 18.
Mazel tov.
Mazel tov. sure you get just one. Oh, DeBrowen. Ronnie and John DeBrowen. Okay, that was for 36.
Now we have 54.
And 54.
The big one for all the bucks.
And this one is Nosenchuk
Oh, they're
for
here.
54. Okay.
All right.
Oh, thank everyone. Oh, thank you, everyone. There's the shtick. Okay, thank you everyone for participating. And it's not too late to buy tickets. You can buy them up until the Purim Spiel.
And Joanne puts them back in.
Oh, and there are 35 squares left on the $20 side of the Super Bowl squares.
Mazel tov.
Oh, just March 15th, Friday night, Shabbat in Liverpool, our Beatles Shabbat, right? And then the first Friday night in March is Uruguay. Jews of all use Uruguay. And then the May is
May is going to be
Is Romania.
April is Romania, and Iraq is going to be in May.
oh, it's not going to
No,
be
April is Romania. All right, we'll get
April's
that.
Romania. Oh,
I
this
just
is
want to
great.
know, Bruce is laughing hysterically. We've
What do we
completely
do without
bungled
Bruce?
we've completely bungled all of
We
the announcements.
can't do it without him.
All right, we have our closing song, Adon Olam, on page 625. Please join us.
Adon olam,
Adon Olam,
Hashem halah,
Asher Malach,
B'terem kol,
Terem Kol,
Yitzir nivra, Yet nasa,
Liet Nasa,
V'chem sukkot, Azoy melech shemonika, Adon olam, V'yacharei, Kiknot zakol,
Levado im lov nara Adon Olam,
V'hu hayam, V'hu hover, V'hu niyeh v'tifara, Adon olam, Adon olam,
Adon Olam,
Hashem halah,
Asher Malach,
B'terem kol,
Terem Kol,
Yitzir nivra, Yet nasa,
Liet Nasa,
V'chem sukkot, Azoy melech
Melech Shemonikra Adon Olam,
והוא אחד, ואין שני, לחמשילו להכבירה אדון עולם, בלי ראשית, בלי תכלית, ולא העוז והמזרע אדון עולם,
Adon,
אשר מלך,
Asher Malach,
בטרם כל,
B'terem Kol,
יציר נברא, לעת נשא, בחפצו כל, אזי מלך שמו נקרא אדון עולם, והוא אלי וחי גואלי, וצורך לבי עת שרה אדון עולם, והוא ניסי ומנוס לי, מן הכוסים ביום נקרא אדון עולם, אדון עולם,
Adon Olam,
אשר מלך,
Asher Malach,
בטרם כל,
B'terem Kol,
יציר נברא, לעת נשא,
Liet Nasa,
בחפצו בו, אזי מלך שמו נקרא אדון עולם, בידו הפקיד רוחי, והייתי שם ויעירה אדון עולם, ואם רוחי גביעתי, אדון לי ולא ירא אדון עולם, אדון עולם,
Adon Olam,
אשר מלך,
Asher Malach,
בטרם כל,
Terem Kol,
יציר נברא, לעת נשא,
Liet Nasa,
בחפצו כל, אזי מלך שמו נקרא אדון עולם.
Go Bills!
Throw it out of the court.
We're going to bring up the Cunningham. Well, Jessica, Max, and Liz, you want to come up to do the Hamotzi? And we're going to send some special prayers to Hannah so that she is there in present for her bat mitzvah tomorrow. We got little Penina here as well.
Can I just say real quick?
Yeah.
We're doing a decoration for the bima, and instead of doing flowers, it's a donation to homeless families.
So if you want to lift off the cover here, and we'll say the Hamotzi together. Amen. As you came in peace, may you leave in peace. Bring your prayer book minus the leaflet to the front and enjoy our own egg. Shabbat Shalom. Jessica. Da, da, da.